What is up, everyone? Today is KYOGRE taking over the tier list, as Chris doesn't want to get blamed in case stuff is wrong, as it's quite early into the season, so this tier list has to be taken with a big grain of salt. This is my personal opinion, and stuff can be very wrong, but I'm trying to do my best after what I've experienced so far in ranked, how KYOGRE feels, how this balance patch feels, and of course how the new Pokemon feel as well. As always, we have two tier lists. At the top we have the top and bot tier list for path. If you pick your Pokemon in top and bot path, I will rate it based on that. And to the right side on your screen, on the bottom right, we have the Central Area tier list when you pick a Pokemon in Central Area. So let's get going. Venusaur has definitely dropped off, I would say, a tiny bit. Still not all too bad, but top and bot path, maybe to B+ tier with, you know, any build you can play. Jungle, I would still think it's pretty decent with Petted Dance and Giga Drain. Only though I wouldn't play Solar Beam necessarily in Jungle right now, but you can as well. Petted Dance Giga Drain can still be good, especially in a very heavy melee meta. So actually for solo queue, I still think it's like A+ with Giga Drain and Petted Dance in Jungle. But I think majority player base. Again, this is not a solo queue tier list. Some people think I post a solo queue tier list. This is solo queue, duo, trio, 5-stake, maybe even competitive. It's just how across every single game mode, how strong I feel like these Pokemon are. For some reason, sometimes people judge my tier list and say it's only for solo queue, but it's not solo queue based only either, no. Definitely not. Full Attack Pikachu is annoying, but I don't want to place it too high for the same reason. I think most attacker Pokemon will be worse off on this map just because of the tall grass in mid. It's very difficult to play attacker Pokemon right now. There's so many tall grass during the KYOGRE fight that make it very difficult for you to fight, have positioning, because you just get flanked from every position. It is super, super difficult, especially to play basic attacker too, because as soon as someone goes into tall grass, you can no longer basic attack them, right? So mages, they don't suffer as much, but also, yeah, not amazing. Jungle Pikachu, I mean, you can play it if you want to. Of course, in area Pikachu is nothing real. Raichu definitely has dropped, I would say, from S to A+ with the nerfs, but still one of the strongest attacker Pokemon you can definitely play. Ninetales is very annoying to play against, but I'm rated too high. So B+ is probably going to be the best, like the placement for most attacker Pokemon on this patch that I think are viable. And I think I will barely have any in A. We will see, we will see. Jungle Ninetales, similar as Pikachu, you can play it, but it's not very necessary. Mewtwo Y honestly feels pretty good again, I have to say, but I really don't know where I should put it for now. I'm going to put it into B+ actually. I do think the Mewtwo's are playable again. And this could also just end up being here again after some time. But shouldn't underestimate it. They got some good buffs on this patch and definitely feel playable again, I have to say. Jungle Mewtwo Y still, I really don't like. It takes so long to farm fight Pokemon. I just can't recommend it. Yeah, you just want to... With Mewtwo Y, you want to stay in top or bot path and just auto-attack your opponents over and over again. So you Mega Wolf, right? And that's pretty much it. So yeah. Mew's one of the better attacker Pokemon, I would say. Also because it can still run Xperia. Of course, Xperia will be gone soon. So that's also going to change the tier list a lot, but that's still 2 weeks to go until that happens. Until then, of course, the new season right now is more important. Bit better in Central Area than the other, I would say, but also not the greatest. I actually also put it probably here somewhere into C tier. I mean, it's nothing I can really recommend, right? Espeon feels very strong, one of the better attacker Pokemon. Just on level 4, you with Psyshock Start Power, you're so strong very early on. It makes a massive difference, for sure. Jungle Espeon with Start Power Psybeam is okay. Gardevoir, not the greatest right now. It's okay. Also goes next to Espeon in Central Area. Now we go to the Love Attacker Pokemon. Latios is only maybe still decently strong because of Latias still being good, even though it got nerfed also decently. So, but it's hard to play Dragon Pulse for the reason that tall grass, like, if people aren't, you don't understand how difficult it is to actually Dragon Pulse basic attack people in late game fights. It is so difficult. I think Jungle's a bit higher, but I don't think Latios is all too crazy right now. Still annoying, of course, but I feel like there's more counterplay right now for it. Of course, again, of that all tall grass. Glaceon, hate this Pokemon. It's just, I mean, yeah, Glaceon is just very good, I would say. Maybe even ST in Central Area again. I don't know why they buffed this Pokemon. I mean, of course, I know why they buffed this Pokemon. We all know why, right? So, yeah. Chandelure, hard to play right now. Can't really recommend. B is still fine. So if you know what to do on the Pokemon, you can still pick it and do good with. Once it's in C tier, you should probably stop picking the Pokemon in the first place. I like Fire Spin, Mystical Fire, Delphox a lot. I think it's very strong of a build. Still requires though right now an XP share lane partner. If you don't have it, it can be very difficult. And in Central Area into A tier. Greninja, yeah, I mean, it's okay. Again, I said basic attack Pokemon can struggle a bit, but still fine Pokemon. I think Sylveon feels pretty decent right now, I have to say. Would prefer it in lane though. You get level 4 very fast, right? So, I mean, it can definitely jungle, but it's just not a late game carry that will, you know, help you win in late game. If you can maybe jungle share, it's also very strong, of course. Decidueye, yeah. It's okay. I mean, nothing to write home about right now, I would say. It's alright. Decidueye is really not too bad, but also not too great at the same time. Cinderace is definitely also not the best on this patch. Again, for the reason that, you know, it's hard to basic attack, I would say. But even then, I do think you can still pick, of course, Cinderace if you want to. Also still play some Cinderace. But again, the Torngrass, I think people don't understand how... I mean, I think you do understand. If you played a bit on this patch, the Torngrass makes it very difficult. Very, very difficult to properly play the game. I would maybe even put Cinderace on the last patch on, like, Groudon map up here. So I'm going to leave it in tiers. I think you can still just do fine with it, though, of course. Inteleon. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Maybe also B+. It's going to be so much in B+, I feel like, at this point already. Might have to move some stuff down already. Actually, I'm going to put Venusaur down already, one. Because I do think, yeah. Maybe also one down already. The rest is okay. Inteleon, Jungle. It's okay with Liquidation, I would say. Cram is not too bad, but no one cares about Cram. Duraludon, I just talked about, you know, basic attack Pokemon being difficult to play. But he just evolves still very early. I mean, he doesn't even have to evolve, that's the thing, right? Which makes him kind of okay to play. Dragapult, never in lane. Jungle is okay. Again, similar reasons as the other Pokemon struggling. Amarouche is alright, also into B tier. And then we have Miraidon. Miraidon is currently S tier in tournaments, but I think overall, I wouldn't say it's S tier generally in the game, but Miraidon is definitely a strong feeling right now. Definitely, it's more of a lane Pokemon, but I guess you can also play it in jungle. Most people will play it in bot path, where it belongs to. So yeah, I'm going to leave it like this. I think currently attacker Pokemon, don't want to play them too much in Central Area, I feel like. But the ones in A are still also fine to be picked here. Maybe move Venusaur down a bit. Is Venusaur playable right now? I mean, I have to see. I mean, I can still move it around later. I can still move it around, depending on what I'm going to see in my later tier list. Why, we have attacker Pokemon placed for now. Let me see again. Is anything very questionable in it? I don't think so. I think it looks alright. Maybe some positioning between A and B. Definitely on the Central tier list can be some changes. And I think B+, I mean, these are, I feel like, the strongest attacker Pokemon on this patch right now. Definitely up here, you can pick in top and bot path. Delphox again could be down here. The promise needs a lot of experience, but Fire Spin is brutal. And Fire Spin also allows you to face check Torgrass pretty easily, right? You can just put it into Torgrass, and if someone is in there, it's going to start spinning towards them, which makes it easier for your team to walk up. And also just having a low cooldown Unite move will always be very useful. But again, if you have a lane bad partner, do not pick Delphox, okay? If you have like a Mimikyu lane partner, Serena, Aegislash as your lane partner, do not pick Delphox. Please do not. You're gonna have a terrible time and probably not a lot of fun. Alright, Charizard in lane. Can't recommend it right now at all, but it always has the comeback potential. But yeah, I mean, Charizard in lane is so bad. Jungle, I feel like it's alright. I think it's a solid A. Mega Charizard X, probably still S tier, even though you guys should see the tournament win rates. In tournaments, it has like a 20-30% win rate, but yeah, in ranked, I think it's still, of course, a game changer sometimes. No longer OP, but still pretty good. Next, we have Machamp. Definitely has seen better days. Just takes too long to scale, right now. Machamp just takes way too long, but it's nice to play. It's not terrible either, right? It's not super terrible. Submission is super nice for the CC that's in the game. But yeah, there's definitely better Pokemon to play. Dragonite in lane, never do it. Dragonite in jungle. Hyper Beam got nerfed a while ago, but is still okay. Gyarados, I mean, Gyarados got buffed normal Gyarados as well. I think even normal Gyarados Bounce and Dragon Breath is super good right now. After they buffed normal Gyarados, right? They buffed Dragon Breath. So I think normal Gyarados is actually pretty good right now. 2 on top of it. But maybe B+, maybe A. We shall see. They also buff Water 4, but I feel like Water 4, Dragon Breath. I mean, I'm just gonna put it into A tier. I think it's okay. Schon Jungle. Do I leave Mega Gyarados for the last place? Maybe. Maybe for the last Pokemon I pick into this tier list. Make it more suspenseful, I guess. So, then we have Mewtwo X, and I think Mewtwo X actually feels good again. I'm gonna put it also into B+ tier. It needs more testing. And even in Jungle, I think it's actually not too bad. Needs more testing. I will have a Mewtwo X video tomorrow. You guys can see it, make your own opinions. Might be rating it too high right now. But I had a lot of fun playing it, and I think it actually feels good again. Azumarill in this current meta feels very difficult to play. Cannot recommend it, really. Super, super difficult. Scizor. Scizor feels decent. I have to say it. Only promise again. I mean, it's a very strong late game pick and draft. That is what Scizor's good at. Yeah. Scizor's a very, very strong late game or last pick, late game and draft. And it has gotten better and better even. He has got so much more defense now. On top of everything, but you have to pick it smartly. So I'm still gonna put into B tier maybe, but Scizor, if you find the right angle for Scizor, you can definitely pick it and not feel bad about it. So yeah, but please pick it when it makes sense. Same for Jungle. Pick it when it makes sense, I have to say, but then it can actually be good. Scyther right now feels very good, even after the buffs. I would say one of the better Pokemon that is just not really played because it's Scyther. I mean, sorry, did I say Scyther? Yeah, it's just, people don't really like playing him. But Scyther is pretty good right now. Suicune, easily S tier and D tier in Central Area. Tyranitar DT here with the buffs. I still have to play Ancient Power Dark Pulse, but I don't think it's all too crazy. I think I probably still prefer Sandtomb, but I'm still going to make an Ancient Power Dark Pulse video, of course. At some point, Blaziken's the easily S tier in both. Very strong Pokemon. Metagross has fallen off a lot. Can't really, I feel like it just can't really sustain too much. He just kind of just dies, you know? Empoleon also has fallen off a lot, but I can't put him too low. But his laning phase definitely has dropped a lot. And in Jungle, maybe still A tier at least. Normal Lucario, pretty good. Not a jungler though, wouldn't recommend it in Jungle. Mega Lucario still, in my opinion, S tier. And can also jungle, as again, it's a late game carry compared to normal Lucario, right? Normal Lucario cannot carry teamfights as hard, but Mega Lucario is a late game carry, which it's fine to play it also in Jungle. Of course, you want to take weight stacks, but you don't even have to. You could just run Weakness Policy and Focus Spend or something, or Exit Bracer in Jungle, and also just not play attack weight as you only need 2 items. Garchomp. Garchomp is also pretty bad right now. Not a fan. Maybe I should put more Pokemon to C tier actually. Because Azumarill, no, actually, I don't know. Garchomp feels not good right now. You cannot fight into these Pokemon as Garchomp. You cannot just die. But C tier is also very harsh. C tier is very harsh. Should I make a C+ tier? I'm gonna have so many tiers at some point. It's not good, right? But yeah, I mean, it is tough to play some of these Pokemon. I'm not gonna lie. I can't make a B- either. I think it's okay. B still means you can kind of pick them, but it's already kind of questionable a bit sometimes. Oh, it's not, yeah, it's difficult to place them right now. Garchomp also B in Central Area. Aegislash, not too bad, but also has fallen off, of course, after the one White Guard nerf it had. Still playable. Serena is decent. Can recommend trying it out. Goes into A+ on both. Mimikyu is also pretty good right now, right? Even in lane with Shadow Claw. Maybe, no, I think A+ in Jungle. But it's Mimikyu is a strong Pokemon, of course. Trick Room is very good with Shadow Claw. Shadow Sneak, Shadow Claw is also very good. So Mimikyu is strong Pokemon. Damais is an interesting one now. Damais got nerfed very hard, but I do think it still felt pretty good anyways. But it could end up here. It could end up here. I'm just going to put it into the middle because it still felt strong, but it of course got nerfed a lot. It still has a lot of potential, but I feel like it's no longer ban-worthy. I see a lot of people still banning it. Its early game is super strong. That's why people, I think, ban it, because laning against it can be super difficult. Jungle Damais. Yeah, I don't know. You cannot pick it for its laning phase, I would say. Definitely. You just want to be strong in lane with those early boosted auto attacks and just try to destroy your opponents. Buzzwole will always be good, I feel like, at this point. Just annoying Pokemon. Jungle, not the biggest fan of it, as it's also a lane bully. Phalanx. I'm just gonna put Phalanx. I mean, I don't know what's wrong. Phalanx is just... It's not bad, but it just needs... I mean, it's kind of bad, not gonna lie. I mean, it is... it is rough for Phalanx. It just... Its entire design is just so flawed. Makes it difficult. I don't think it's bad. It has to be picked late game, late in draft, and then it's good. But I don't think anyone really even cares where I put Phalanx in, honestly. Zacian is still quite decent. But I can't place it too high. For most players of us, it will be quite average. For the top players, Zacian is still pretty good and picked a lot. Then we have the Ushifus. One goes here, one goes here. I just always put it into a C tier because level 5 is pretty fast, and if you get Wicked Blow, you can still do stuff. But actually, no, I also put it here. Wicked Blow doesn't feel good right now, I have to say. Surging Strikes, on the other hand, does feel pretty decent still. Pawmod got nerfed a good amount, but Pawmod still feels good too to play. I still like it a lot. Sterilage in lane, not the greatest. In jungle, it's okay. Goes into A there. Tinkaton. Tinkaton always struggles with the same issues it has of stacking early game. If you don't get it done, it can be very difficult. Oh, they finally changed. Guys, I will no longer have comments about Rapidash's background. They actually changed it to Speedster. Wow, no, what's with my algorithm now? People are not going to comment and ask why Rapidash has a purple background. Ah, come on, man. I hope some of you are still going to ask what happened to the purple background of Rapidash, so I get some engagement in, okay? Please write it down. Gengar in lane is good with Hex. If you don't play Hex, it's bad. Yeah, the B tier is way too full, but I mean, I feel like all these are kind of B tier, not gonna lie. In jungle, Hex Gengar, I think it's very good. Rapidash, I mean, it's okay. I really don't see people play Rapidash, honestly. It just takes so much time to scale. It needs late game. It's not bad, but it needs a lot of time. Dodrio got nerfed, but it's just always a good Pokemon. Absol, currently laning phase, I wouldn't pick it. I mean, let me just move some down, actually, because I don't think they're that good, actually. Let me just move the tier list a tiny bit. Like Azumarill is C tier maybe as well, but then I just put Greninja and Decidueye down here. I think that makes more sense then, right? If I put those down there. Yeah. They may just put Duraludon here as well. Let me clean up this tier list a bit. Savage in lane is just not very good either. I wouldn't recommend it. Rapidash in lane is fine, but yeah. There's better choices you can make for top and bot path, and then Scizor I think can stay maybe in B. Any of the attacker maybe I want to move down. Gardevoir is okay, Latios is okay, Chandelure. Yeah, I mean, Chandelure is hard to play. Getting level 5 can also be difficult, and you just kind of get overrun by all these melee Pokemon right now, so even if you have Imprison, doesn't really help you much, if I'm gonna be honest. And Armor Bridge also has seen better days, but C tier is quite harsh. C tier is quite harsh, not gonna lie. But I think this actually might be better the way to make the tier list like this. Yeah, we'll see. Again, I will still might change it at the end a bit. Around Absol in jungle is still okay. Leafeon. Leafeon. It's such a weird Pokemon. Such a weird Pokemon. I'm just gonna put it somewhere here. I think that's fine. Darkrai currently, apparently is unplayable. Or something. Is Darkrai unplayable? You guys tell me. I might even rank him. People say that he doesn't gain his boosted auto attack inside of Shadow Realm. So, and he feels kind of unplayable or something. I haven't really seen it myself. I mean, I shouldn't, you know, put it based on a bug, but I'm not sure right now. Maybe I don't even leave Dark. I haven't played Darkrai. I literally haven't seen Darkrai. I'm just not going to place Darkrai. I'm going to say that at the end of the video as well again for people who skip to the end. I have no idea. Apparently he's bugged. I haven't really seen him played a single time this entire season almost. So after the nerfs, and the nerfs are pretty hard as well. So yeah, I'm not gonna rank him right now. Zork will always be good. Talonflame will always be also very good. Just a strong Pokemon, but B here, A+ here. Zaura in lane, not the biggest fan. It does need a lot of experience to be good. But yeah. Put it to jungle there. People always hate for me putting Musquirada in A tier, but I do think Musquirada is a good Pokemon. So that's it for the Speedster. I mean, I think Musquirada is good. I know people hate me for putting it into that tier, but I mean, I think it's a good Pokemon, personally. I think it's a strong one. Double Team. I'm mainly talking about Double Team Flower Trick right now, as it's the main build, I would say. Blastoise, just maybe even S tier. Blastoise is very strong. I don't think it wouldn't do S tier, but Blastoise is just a very strong Pokemon. Also, again, the jungle tier list is done. Actually, let me put if I say the jungle tier list is done, I'm gonna put Gyarados here right now. Gyarados, of course, you don't jungle with it. Similar as the other Gyarados, we do not jungle with Mega Gyarados either. Big surprise, big surprise. Shocking, I know. Very shocking. Don't jungle with them, they take too long to clear the jungle. Of course, you can Mega Evolve, but it's just, you're missing a jungler in early game. So, now we have the Defender Pokemon again. I think Slowbro is pretty good right now. Solid 8 here. Lapras, is okay. I mean, it's always having Defender still always good, doesn't matter what. Vaporeon, easily S tier. I would permaban this Pokemon, definitely. Snorlax, solid A. Umbreon, solid, or A+. Umbreon, solid A. Ho-Oh with the buffs, maybe B+. Mamoswine got nerfed for some reason, but still, of course, a good defender. Crustle, very strong in tournaments. Also underrated Pokemon. Trevenant, very solid. Goodra, very bad. Greedent on this map as well. I mean, Greedent is just something you have to learn to play well. I'm going to put it in a B+. Yeah. Then we have Clefable. Let me just place on the Pokemon, then I'm going to think about the placements a bit more again. Clefable got nerfed, but Clefable is just Clefable. Wigglytuff. Yeah, nothing to write home about. Psyduck is strong, but only in coordinated play, I would say. Mime is pretty decent right now after the buffs. Blissey still S tier. Sableye, B+. Might some not agree with it. Latias, I think down to A+ after the nerfs, but still a very strong Pokemon. Hooper always S tier because it's super. Just broken mechanics across the board. Comfey is very strong. Eldegoss is always a good choice, and Creamy, maybe B+. Because its healing is a bit unreliable, I would have to say. Okay, let me look at the tier list and see if there's something I still want to change around. Again, we have Gyarados now, and big surprise, Mega Gyarados goes also into S tier. I know, crazy. Mega Gyarados into the S tier. So, again, in case you skip to the end, I haven't placed Darkrai because he's apparently bugged, and I literally have no idea. I'm just not going to place Darkrai into... Oh no, I placed him in the tier list. Oh no, I can't get him out of it. No, I can't get him out of it. He's stuck. He's stuck. I don't know. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna leave him in here. You're gonna just have to listen to what I'm saying. If you skip towards the end, you watch it on muted, it's your own fault. I don't know. Darkrai is bugged. People keep telling me his boost auto take doesn't work in his Unite move or something. He also received pretty hard nerfs. I literally have no idea how to judge him. I haven't seen a single Darkrai in my team, the enemy team, almost the entire season after the nerfs. Maybe people have also noticed that he's bugged and don't play him or something. I haven't even tested him myself. I hate testing nerf Pokemon. It's just so unfun. Obviously. Only I was curious about Damice a lot. So, yeah. Damice, of course, I would say still... Maybe Damice still goes into A+, but I'm just going to be safe for now and put him into here. I think the Telos overall definitely looks alright. I would say stuff can be changed, can be moved up a bit. Maybe a C tier is a bit harsh on some of these Pokemon like Duraludon, but it's tough to play some of these Pokemon on this map right now. Tinkaton, of course, is actually... Okay, Tinker, I'm going to put it back into B tier. Of course, Tollgrass is Tinkaton's favorite friend. So they have to make a video about this as well. And yeah, it's sometimes tough. You just lose vision. Even Absol Pursuit, like you just lose vision. People go into Tollgrass and you lose vision. It's so difficult. Some Pokemon really struggle on this map. Some, of course, are better, like Blaziken, where you have to face check into. Buzzwole, where you have to face check into. Raichu is great still, because you also have to face check into his Electro Balls, right? So yeah. As always, let me know in the comments. Again, this was a very early tier list. You can disagree with the stuff on here. I don't mind. I just want to give people who just want to look at a tier list, try to understand some of the meta, know what they have to pick on the season, right? So take this tier list with a grain of salt. It could be very wrong. But I mean, it can't be that wrong either, right? It can't be. It can't be that far off. So just look at it, think about what Pokemon you want to play maybe in the season, and just try ranking up. Hope you guys have the best of luck. Or I wish you guys the best of luck in this ranked season climb. Let me know in the comments, as always, though, what you would disagree with the most. Or if you found some Pokemon you have a lot of success with that you maybe would rank higher. Or some that would actually rank lower because you think it's very bad now after maybe the last balance patch. And I will see you guys all in the next video. Have a good one. Bye-bye.